it. 'Cause it was there. We're art sluts.
And why is transness and non-binary people with those identities so difficult? Because we don't know how to value them. And so we want them to be in a caste system where people with indeterminate gender, meaning a weenie white boy can't fucking tell who they are and if they want to fuck them or not, right? That's really what's going on. Then you get the lowest value. And we're going to try to annihilate you because somehow your existence threatens masculinity.
Or if you're black, especially if you're a black man. I mean, we can watch murder after murder after murder of black men by police on video captured. And it's still, like, in the minds of so many white people, questionable whether that's okay because they are devalued.
Yeah. The big, when you start thinking about the big issues like this, it's just hard to.
I think we would write different songs today. Here, this is what I just
got
in the mail. Have you seen
absolutely.
This? We do this until we're free.
We did.
It's about abolitionism, organizing, and what real transformative justice is, and what it would mean to live without prison or police.
Yes.
And I was just going to say that I think that when you're looking at big societal problems, the solutions a lot of times are super obvious, but it's the will of the majority of the people, and in order to make it happen. For instance, I think that with African American community, Black community, it's like reparations just have to happen. And if that happened, I think it's like it would just transform our ability to be the Rainbow Coalition that I love and that Jesse Jackson, started. It's like, but you can't deny their story.
No, yeah. And I mean, it's built into so many things, like systemically, like both of you were talking about. There's a new book out, Poverty by America. What's his name? Matthew, forget his last name. But just the systems that we have set up are set up to keep poor and Black people at the bottom and to elevate wealthy people. And it's so systemic that it's not even just the will of the people. It's our politicians. It's the believing in the pull yourself up by your own bootstraps.
That never applies
ideology.
to oligarchs.
It's
right. I mean, like a lot of our budgetary problems in America could be solved by the more than $1 trillion that wealthy people are refusing to pay and using lawyers to get around.
Yes,
right. Or homelessness. During COVID, that everybody found a solution to get the homeless off the street very quickly. It's like, okay, empty hotel rooms, there they go. And then all of a sudden COVID's gone and it's like they're back on the street.
And you have all these young Black kids in jail, like you were talking about, Teri, while the Sattler family just got off on not having to pay anything.
For killing people. For
the opioid epidemic
from
that
killing
they caused.
People. Yeah, and we could write a lot of good songs. Mm-hmm. But back to we, like, mea culpa, right? Like, we realize that some of our things were misuse of our privilege, right? And some of it's still funny.
Yes.
And how do we do that? So we didn't feel like we could actually put things back out without having a podcast that was explaining our thinking about it and our, being real. And that this is something that we would, in the 80s, nobody did that. Right, you didn't have to explain the cultural context of your music, and in fact, I would say there's lots of people right now that are just putting things back out without any sensitivity to how the cultural context has changed. But we wanted to.
Yes, I agree.
Do you want to talk about some of the other songs that we cut? So, this is Ann. Full disclosure, we did not release some of the material, and I have very conflicting feelings about this. And in this episode, we talk about the songs that we took out. So I think it makes sense for you to hear the songs and judge for yourself.
I got eyebrows, bushy and wide, like a fucking Neanderthal. Don't ask me how thick they are, just look, you idiot. It's a monobrow. It's a unibrow. It's a monobrow. It's a unibrow. When I was born, you know, they didn't say, hey, that's a cute little baby. They said, my God, look at that eyebrow. You know, it's just her monobrow. It's a unibrow. It's a monobrow. It's a unibrow. You know, I had this friend once. He's dead now, but I didn't mean to do it. It's just that he said, hey man, look at that furry headband you got on, and I had to, because I'm just sensitive about my monobrow. It's not unibrow. It's my monobrow. It's a unibrow. That has deep inner meanings.
Let's see, we cut. I think I have the list here. So it was
Well,
the reggae song,
that was really rude of us.
Chinese guitar.
Well, the one thing I want to say, since Sheila can't speak for
That's
herself,
true.
is that
She's true.
that
Yes.
Sheila, in a lot of ways, identified as a person of color.
Absolutely.
You know, she was half Persian, half Swedish, and she embraced the Black community and the reggae community in such a way. Like, I learned so much about the history.
I didn't know
of,
about Marcus Garvey except for Sheila teaching us about all that. It was very
Exactly.
potent and useful to learn that from her.
Exactly. So the humor of that song was that I didn't know about reggae, and she knew about it, and I was like just kind of mimicking, you know, yeah, man, you know, all this kind of stuff, like just not understanding the history of it. So I think if she was here, she would not necessarily. I think she would be in agreement to take it off, but I think that she would explain that. And I'm sorry to speak for her, but I think that
you're right.
That's what she would say.
Yeah.
We did a bit called the reggae song.
Where's Teri's hat, man? Sitting by her drum set. Thank you. This is for all you reggae fans.
Where is the butt catcher? Remember that word, butt catcher.
Slang. And you heard it first from us, the art sluts.
Hey man, Rasta man vibration man. Hey man, Rasta man vibrations. Irate, playing in the sun, running naked underneath the trees, smoking, sleeping, getting high. We wait for the end of Babylon. Oh, Rastaman, the vibration, down with oppression, they cut off my threads, down with Babylon. But I still have my Rasta cap, Babylon. Rastaman vibration. Rastaman. Marcus Garvey. Who is Marcus Garvey, man? Marcus Garvey, easy. Someone? Man?
Man, what?
Anybody?
Don't talk to me, man.
Oh, sorry, man. Does anybody have a split for me? Rastaman. Anybody man, Rasta man, vibration, aire, ja, ja, Rasta man. Everybody dance to the vibrations, Rasta man, the vibration, Rasta man, the vibrations, aire, ja, Rasta man, sleep Babylon. Living in the sun. When does the song end, man? Rasta man. Now vibration. Sleep aire. Oh.
We wish we had her voice here.
We do.
We sure do. We sure do.
And so for people that don't know, like Sheila died in 2005, correct?
yes,
Yeah.
2005 from
brain cancer.
lung cancer. Lung cancer, and then it went into the brain. Yeah. So actually, when I see y'all soon, I have some pictures. I'll
Right,
share
you're
with
coming
you, so.
in person. I'm so excited.
I know.
That's
Me
going to be so
too.
good.
So
That'll
good.
be so
I
good.
know.
I have a lovely, lovely garden and a spare room for you.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I actually think I might use this format to document my trip.
Please.
You know,
That's
I'll
a
start
great
new-
idea.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
The other ones that we took off were like where we kind of were making
Chinese guitar.
Chinese guitar.
Chinese guitar.
I have a friend whose parents escaped the Maoist regime, and it was not friggin' funny,
Right.
you know. And
Right.
but we didn't know about that. We just thought it was
Well, and Sheila and I wrote that song, but again, in this instance, it was more me coming from my experience, which was I lived in Japan for a year, and that was actually my racial awakening in a huge way, because one of the first jobs I applied for out of college was to work for the Rainbow Coalition with Jesse Jackson. But in Japan, I had the experience of being the other, and even though it's not even equal at all to being Black or Asian, where you are identified before you're known,
Yes.
right? But it was coming from that love of the culture. So, but again, same thing.
Well, also you were just
even
playing
Stuart
with
said-
the pick at the top of the guitar thing, and
I
it
was having the
sounded
guitar.
to
That's
you,
right.
it sounded Asian, and then we were like making a joke about it, because it
Exactly.
was mostly about us making fun of how we couldn't play instruments, and we're making things up,
That's true.
right? Like me with a toy
Right,
piano,
that's
and the
true.
harmonium was like dinky, dinky,
Yeah.
dinky. It was funny.
All right. I always thought this was a funny song. Still do. This one is called Chinese Guitar.
I'm really excited because I get to play guitar on this song.
Stuart, we're gonna have Stuart back up. Stuart is, Stuart's a great guy. Stuart, when I was a novice, before I became a professional, before I started to feel like Adrian Ballou, Stuart saw the potential in me, and he taught me many things, one of which was Chinese guitar, which I wrote some lyrics to. And we're going to do it for you in orchestra, 4 guitars. This is a major time.
Chinese tambourine. Guess we can do this. This is difficult to arrange.
This is difficult to arrange.
Yes, here we go.
Chinese guitar, it's really neat. Lots of little sounds that are so high. Probably wouldn't even fit on the end of the piano keys, yeah. Chinese guitar, it's really neat. You can even play it when you're really beat. It's so high, it makes me go away. Cause Chinese guitar is kinda like transcendence, yeah. Chinese guitar, it's really neat. But their guitars, they don't look like ours. But I can play Chinese guitar, the Western style, yeah. If I weren't a westernized Chinese guitarist, I'd be a Taoist, and I probably wouldn't even sing a song at all, no. So thank God for Westerners who play Chinese guitar, cause the Chinese, they wouldn't do it. It's not because they're modest, it's just because they're kind of elitist, cause they're Confucianists, yeah. But then there's always a question. Would Mao agree with Westerners playing Chinese guitar? I don't know if he would or not. It's probably not in his little red handbook. No, well, I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Chinese guitar, what can I say? I think I better stop and play some other American like
Bob Dylan or Neil Young.
Neil Young.
He's American.
Yeah.
Sheila and I did, think this was after Art Sluts, we did an entire a cassette recording that was in open guitar. No chords. Yeah, no chords. So it was like,
yes,
God, I
the
can't
Ann
remember.
and Sheila show. Right?
Carl Haas
Yep.
in open guitar. We had Carl Haas, remember, and so he was the classical music guy, and he would be explaining the philosophy of open guitar. And so anyway, it's terrible, but it's funny.
Then there was Lockjaw.
That was
funny.
That was a tough one for me, but Pam really opened
Right.
my eyes on that one. Yeah, for sure. I think is very funny. Not if you have this condition, but it makes me laugh. This song is called Lockjaw.
Can we do Lockjaw while we're right here?
Oh, yeah. No problem.
Another new song. This was written over Thanksgiving, and we had a party at our house, and everyone was running around singing this. So you two can learn the dangers of this important issue.
It's very important. Now listen
Take this
up.
home with you. Write pamphlets with little people
Beware
drawn on them.
of-
Those bubble people.
Oh no.
Watch out for rusty nails. One day when I was running out to get the mail, I tripped over a rickety fence and fell on a rusty nail. Oh no. And as I stumbled home, I wondered when my last tetanus was. I knew you were supposed to have one every 10 years. Oh, because you might get lockjaw.
Oh no.
Lockjaw.
Look out for rusty nails.
I said, honey, could you massage my jaw? It's feeling a little stiff. She said, you're looking shaky and pale. Have you recently stepped on any rusty nails?
Oh, yes, I did about an hour ago. Why?
Oh no, you might have lockjaw.
Oh
Oh no. And then my friend came over and gave me a kiss. He stepped back and looked at me funny and said, hey, when did you become a ventriloquist?
I said, I'm not.
Then you might have lockjaw.
Oh no.
By the time I got out to see my physician, he took off his glasses and seriously said, son, this is a terminal condition.
Oh no, you mean
You've got lockjaw.
Oh no, I was afraid of it.
Oh no, it's lockjaw. Watch out for rusty nails.
Because of disability rights, yeah.
Well, also just people, there's a history of making fun of people who are ill.
Yeah. And
You know,
Yeah.
or making fun of people for physical features like monobrow.
Right.
Yeah.
We talked about that one too.
Well, you know, I mean, very famous people like
Monobrow,
Frida Kahlo
yes,
had monobrow.
yes.
that's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
And
She-
then
she
there was
looked great.
narcolepsy and schizophrenia. Now, did we keep narcolepsy in?
I mean, we had a conversation about it. Yeah.
Narcolepsy was already released as a part of the studio recording.
Because
and
Sheila
again,
had narcolepsy. of
we
some
may have
kind,
talked
right?
about this on the previous podcast, but She had seizure disorder, pretty severe. And when I lived with her, I really found out because you would hear
Oh,
her
man.
literally bouncing off the walls and the floor. Yeah, it was really, really bad. And she took, I can't remember the name of the medication, starts with a D, but it was like basically just kind of numbed you out, So, and she hated that drug
Sharp.
because it made
Yeah.
her less sharp. So that was the song that she sang. And she was, a lot of the songs that we would do, it would be her with the idea or me with the idea, and then we would add stuff. So that was kind of her song. And in the live recording of the interview from that time period, remember Sheila talks, you can kind of hear her saying, I have this condition. Here is a song called Narcolepsy.
And then what was the last one that you said?
Schizophrenia.
That's a bad
not
song.
Funny.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah. Since all of us have had issues with partners who have mental health issues,
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean,
Yeah. Right. Yes.
it's actually very painful.
Well, and I mean, doesn't like half the country, half the world have mental health issues? I mean, I certainly
right now,
have had my
especially.
share for sure.
I keep saying it's kind of neck and neck, whether it's mental illness or the extinction event that's going to take us out first. Seriously, right?
I was just one side note on the mental illness. My grandmother on my dad's side actually had the shock therapy, and
Oh, goodness.
when she attended my dad and my mom's wedding, she had just come out of the hospital, and she was like, just a shell of a person. And who knows, what could have been done.
I had an aunt with schizophrenia. I didn't actually know it at that time when we were in the art sluts. I didn't find out until later in life, but I think that part of it too, our age, where we were, where we lived, our experiences that were so
Oh my
narrow
gosh.
in many
Yeah.
ways in terms of culture, and not really, obviously, as Teri was saying, we've had a lot of experiences since then. We've made a lot of, we have had a lot of relationships with different people in that are not like us, and just you learn also through art and reading and events in the world. And I think we're in a different place today. And I think we also just had a lot of incredible songs that we kept because they still speak to things,
Yeah.
today, unfortunately.
Contraceptives are a bore. We can still sing that.
Contraceptives are of our. For some reason, what popped in my head was remember Earth Mamas of the 1980s?
Yeah.
Yes, it was like completely, inane, but always made me laugh. Earth Mamas of the 1980s.
The 1980s.
Yes.
Yes. And then we filmed a couple of really good songs. That Sperm in the Big Canal song was hilarious. And then
So
Mamas,
good.
don't let
Yes,
your babies
yes.
grow up to be
Grow
art
up to be art
sluts. Come on,
sluts.
that was
Well,
good
to
too.
be art sluts, yes.
And I
What
also
was the
really
one-
Very good, very good.
I mean that
Very
space
good.
song up about my relationship with Jesse James. Somebody was
I
named Jesse James.
loved.
That song was great. But
I love
what's
that song.
Sheila was saying, give
Oh,
me
give me
land,
land,
lots of land with the starry skies above.
It's
so
great.
good. It was such a good punk pairing,
I went over to see him because I really like his place. Like, what he said when I walked in the door? He said, baby, I just need some space. And so I said, hey, that's cool, because I need some space too. We both just need space. But I wanted to scream out, space, yeah, like, isn't that the whole idea? For you to be in your space and me to be in my space, so both of us could be alone together, alone. We sit next to each other on the couch, but we're both a million miles away. You with your past lovers and me with my childhood, and there's plenty of space, lots of space, glorious space, immense space between you and me. Why do we even bother to spend any time together when we'll always be alone, too afraid to cherish anything but space? Empty space, dead space, lots of space, glorious space, immense space between you and me. Why do we even bother to spend any time together? Empty space, dead space, lots of space. I don't think I need it anymore, man. I just don't think I need it anymore. Don't fence me in.
Well, my favorite of all songs are Anne's poem.
Celibate Without a Cause.
That's a good.
and
That's a good one.
Teri's
That was my favorite one.
song
The,
that's slipping out
Umbilical
of my
You?
brain right
That's another
now.
good one.
That was about Rowena
No.
Axel.
Window.
By your window.
No.
Oh,
Occasionally.
occasionally. I still sing that.
That's
that.
a good
Come
one.
on, I walk the window.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Well,
Oh my
yours
gosh.
is like
Yes,
Angie.
that is those two
Every
songs.
one of you, the
are-
Wizard of
Dorothy?
Oz
Oh, yeah.
thing
stand
that you
out
put
for
together.
me.
It's so good.
Even
Dorothy. Why you want to hang out with a bunch of men? No brains, no heart. No, come on. Why do it in the
Do
loop
it on a
when you can do it
broom.
on a broom?
Yeah.
That is
so
totally
good.
relevant.
Yeah.
Completely. Where can we hear this music, by the way? Where is Pam's music?
Well, yes, Pam should release her remaster, her music, but
I just need to figure out how to. I just
you
need
just
to
probably
take
need
the
to have
time to
them
sit down
mastered,
and figure out how to do it.
which
and
is
do it because I have
it's an
them
investment. but
digital. I just
you know what? It's like one of the things.
Archiving
Yes,
your own
and one of the
expression,
things Jeff and I always talk about is like if you don't exist in the digital world, you don't. I mean, civilization's probably going to crumble, and then it won't matter anyway. But if
it actually is
yes,
crumbling as
yes,
we speak.
but if there's any nuggets that are going to be saved or discovered, I think it will be art and music.
By the way, I should say, since we're talking about it crumbling, I got 2 new books that work paid for. I love it when work will pay for books like these. But one is The Algorithms of Oppression about racism on the internet.
Damn. Mark will like that.
And the other one is The other one is Race After Technology, which is similar. Both of these women are talking about racism inherent in technology and the internet. So, and we're mostly the reason that I'm reading those is because with the
Oh my
with
God.
artificial
Oh my
intelligence
God. Oh
and
my
chat
God.
GTP coming out, all of the educational institutions are trying to get in front of this and figure out what to do. But one of the biggest a main focus is on cheating, but for a lot of other people, a main
Misinformation.
focus is on the inherent
Well,
bias
it's another thing that
associated with
we don't know what its impact is going to do, and just because it's like GMOs. Just because we can do it, there's no reason ethically
Yes.
But
for us to
it's a
pursue that
profit
at
center,
all.
and anything that's a profit center is going to get done, right?
Oh, right. Money is more important
That's
than our
right.
lives.
Exactly.
I forget. Money's more important than love. How can I
Yes.
dare
Yep.
have those values?
Yeah, it's but
Man.
being the eternal optimist, we can sit here and have this conversation where, like, Pussy Riot, they were in jail. They were in jail for what we did.
Mhm.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
There's still, not to get all patriotic, but there's still some redeeming qualities in the United States. You see somebody like Barack and Michelle Obama, and it's just like that. He and she pointed a spotlight on what is so great about our country. And I think it was the first time that a politician pointed to the aspect of the melting pot, multicultural, pointed everybody in that direction and said, this is what's great. And there's an inherent difference between people thinking that there's a way of life that's the way of life, and then there's many ways of life that we all learn from and grow from, and it's organic and beautiful.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's good. Okay,
That might be a great way to wrap this up.
Did we cover, Pam? Did we cover our agenda? I think we did. It was very good. I like.
I think so.
I like the step 3, which
I think we did.
says
I think that
each
was
of us
great
has a chance to talk
conversation.
without interruption. We did. We did. For sure, we did.
I thought we did really good this time with that. Until next time, we're art sluts.
We're art sluts.
Art sluts.
Okay.
One more time.
All right. Thanks for listening to Art Sluts Radio.
Hey, if you identify with the art sluts, explore our herstory at artsluts.net. That's ARTSLUTS.net. And purchase downloads of our music wherever you stream music.
All contributions and purchases will go to support Planned Parenthood.
Currently, 21 states have limited access to women's health care, including abortion, and 15 of those have a total ban.
Talking about your abortion experience, voting, and donating to support abortion rights will make a difference.
I hate to leave